Hey, it's Brian with Old Man New Tech. We're doing something a little bit different today. We're taking a revisit to two speakers that I've reviewed recently and have given my thumbs up, actually big thumbs up to. And this is the W King D9 and the W King T9. And we're going to be going over some of the differences coming up right after this important message.
This is Steven Seagal. I'm just reminding you that we got to spread the word about Old Man New Tech. So hit like and subscribe at the bottom, or I'll come to your house and I will eat all your donuts.
All right, thanks a lot, Steven. Well, anyways, I reviewed both of these speakers. I gave them both thumbs up, and I was really surprised by how much sound you can get for such a low price. Now, if you want to see a full review of these speakers, I'm going to throw some links up above and down below in the details. So you may want to head down there, click on those links, check out those reviews, and while you're down there, hit subscribe and give me some thumbs up, show me some love.
Brilliant! Brilliant!
But Brian, you may ask, which speaker is better? Well, it's really not a matter of better because they're both fantastic speakers, as I mentioned before. It's more of a matter of the scenario you're going to be using these speakers in. But we'll talk a little bit more about that later. All right, so first let's talk about the price per power ratio. The 60 to 80 watt D9 comes in at around 80 bucks. Now the W King T9 speaker, which pumps out between 80 and 100 watts of volume, comes in at around 130 bucks at the time of this video. So you'll see about a $50 difference between the two, and keep checking the prices down below. I'm shooting a link down there too. They do change the price quite a bit. They'll offer coupons, things like that, and you can get them on a deal. Now the T9 is definitely louder and has a much stronger bass signature to it. The D9 has more of a punchier bass. It doesn't have that low resonance, but again, it does have its positives. I will let you know that I rarely play both of these speakers at full volume. Now the D9 definitely has a boombox feel to it. It's got a solid plastic housing and that nice rugged metal casing on the front. While the T9 has a very party box look to it. In fact, it looks very much like the JBL Partybox, and it sounds quite a bit like it too. And includes a really kick-ass light show. So the D9 definitely has a utilitarian vibe to it. I mean, we've got the solid housing and we've got this massive subwoofer on the back. So the T9 looks like the D9 got home from work, took a shower, put on some nice clothes, and decided to go out to town for the night. Now while the D9 has that backfiring subwoofer visible and present, the T9 has an air transferring type of subwoofer right back here. Now this is called a bass reflex tube, and it really pushes out a lot of sound. I mean, it vibrates the room with that bass. Plus we're dressed up now, we're ready to go out on the town, have a good time with our friends, and if she gets a little sleepy, we've got rubber pads built into the side here. I can lay the T9 on its side, or I can put it on a mantle or on a bookshelf. Now talking about utility, the D9 is also IPX6 rated, so you can get splashes on it, water. You don't want to submerge it, but it is built to take a rainstorm or whatever the weather can throw at it, and you can take it outdoors with no worries. Now on the T9, I'm not seeing an IPX rating, so you're not going to want to drag her through puddles. Now as far as the sound goes on the D9 and the T9, they both have excellent sound, and they're really loud. I mean, they really take advantage of their 4 independent speakers that create a lot of the noise for these boxes. I've got 2 4-inch woofers up here. I've got 2 drivers in here, including tweeters, and this also has 2 tweeters mounted. I don't know if you can see those there, guys. They're right in there. And again, the T9 drivers are larger, so you are going to get a louder sound out of it, but their different approach to subwoofers really is what makes a difference in how these sound. Now the D9's bass can punch you up front, but it fades pretty quickly. The T9 on the other hand has a deeper, richer bass sound that lets you take advantage of all of your music and really get those deep bass drops. That is the main difference in the sound. This allows for more bass at lower volumes, which kind of makes the T9 ideal for indoors. And frankly gives the T9 an advantage in these situations. Now the D9 lends itself better to an outdoor environment because of this subwoofer that's kind of pounding in the back. That didn't sound right. But it gives you really good bass at louder sound levels. Now battery life on the D9 and the T9 is where there's also a major difference. They both have relatively similar size batteries at 12,000 milliamps. and they both can be used as power banks. But the D9 has almost double the battery life with 40 hours of usage, while the T9 has 24 hours of life before you're going to have to recharge it. So throw the D9 in the back of your car for a camping trip and you're going to be good to go for pretty much the entire week. The T9 has a lot more going on as far as a wattage delivery and the light show. So you're going to get a couple parties out of this, but then you're going to have to put it on overnight for a recharge. I should also mention that the D9 has an NFC area right here, so if you put your phone, if you have an Android device, you put it on there and it will sync up automatically to the device. And now, a sound check. And we'll give you a little listen to them right here. Whoa. Anybody? Alright, kind of gives you an idea of the difference in sound. Hopefully you can pick that up through my microphone and through whatever you're listening on. But that kind of rounds out the major differences between these two speakers. One speaker is great on a job site. You're going to want to take this out camping with you and the buddies, and it's great for 40 hours of usage without having to recharge it. So you can take it out in the middle of nowhere and not have to worry about finding an electrical outlet to charge it back up. And the D9, as I said before, is great for indoor situations and parties. So my final thoughts on the D9 and the T9. You know, there's a different price point for these, and you know, one's going to be about $50 more than the other. But you want to take a look at the situations that you're going to be using these in. Again, if you're going to be more of an outdoorsy sort of person and you want to be able to give it a little bit of punishment, I definitely go with the D9. But if you're going to be doing a lot of entertaining, especially indoors or even some outdoor parties, you're definitely going to want to take a look at the T9. And going back to the beginning of this episode, you really got to take a look at the scenario where you're going to be using these speakers to decide which one you'd want. Either speaker is going to sound great when you have guests come over. But do you buy speakers based on the scenarios that you're going to be using them in? I'd like to know your questions and thoughts in the comments down below. So until next time, get out there and have some fun. Hey, this is Brian with Old Man New Tech. We can't make this channel happen without you, so please hit subscribe and smash that bell down below. And if you're looking for product links, you'll find them there too. Thank you.